Uh, yeah, that's right. They can't get me. They can't get me. Eat that swarm. Uh, uh, oh, oh, okay. Alright. Wasn't expecting that. Damn. That motherfucker right there just took flight. Ah, damn. Finish you off. Alright. Anyway, what's going on, everyone? Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. So, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. And when I found out they had the Chicago Typewriter in this game, I was like, yo, I need to use this. Anybody who's played Resident Evils knows. Like, the Chicago Typewriter is like the thing. So, in the back, I'll just go ahead real quick, explain it off of the screenshot that I went ahead and grabbed. Um, just to kind of break down the build. As you can see, there's not much to it. So, anyway, um, I will also show gameplay at the end of this, so that way you can actually see it in action. And I'm also going to use the gameplay on the Undying King, which a lot of people seem to be having issues with. And, of course, it's on normal. I'm not trying to go try hard, honestly. I already beat the game. I already have everything. I'm missing like one trophy, and I'll have platinum on the PS. So, honestly, not trying to go anywhere outside of my comfort zone, especially with Borderlands coming around the corner. I just don't see the point. But anyway, it's very effective in my opinion. I think I was sitting at like 380 trait points at the time. Uh, I saved a video clip, but go figure, the PlayStation didn't actually save it. So I just didn't feel like going back in and recording my traits. Honestly, you'll want to put them in the obvious for like crit hit chance, weak spot damage, the regular, of course, fire rate, yada yada yada. Um, but you guys should be able to get that done. That shouldn't be a main problem. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the build of why I use everything that I'm using on the screen. So, I'm using the Curse of the Jungle God pistol, not because of the tentacles that it could actually use, but because the actual pistol itself is really good. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. A lot of people see the Hunter pistol and they think that if you pair it with the Slayer class set, that, it does outstanding damage. It does. Not gonna lie, your playstyle is your playstyle. This build's been working for me. So, that's fine. I'm not gonna judge you for it. Everybody's got their playstyle, everybody likes their stuff. Me personally, I like this pistol. It's rapid fire. If you hold down the trigger, it shoots out shock damage, which it seems a lot of enemies in this game have a very low resistance towards shock, even the bosses. So I find myself critting and weak spot hitting bosses for just massive numbers that I never even seen on the Hunter pistol. Especially when you're playing on console, the Hunter's pistol is really hard to hit certain weak points since they're really small. So like you really have to be precise. Um, but other than that, the the handgun you can literally use whatever you want. You could use the SMG, you can use a hunter's pistol, it doesn't matter. The main bread and butter here that I use is the Chicago Typewriter right now. I'm using the Chicago Typewriter because why the hell not? Why not? That thing is great. It really is. Especially when you put the trait on that compresses your bloom and your recoil by 20%. I think it's 20, 25%, something like that. I think it's 20. Um, but yeah, if you put that on there, it really does a good number. Like an 80 round mag. I think it's got like a 9.8 RPM, and that's when you take all those numbers and you crunch them up with the Bandit set, which the three-piece Bandit set will also give you 35% chance to add a bullet back to your magazine, which also bases itself off crit. So the more you crit, the more you have a chance, you see what I mean, to put bullets back in your magazine. So if you have an 80 round drum mag and you're constantly critting and you're lucky enough to keep putting bullets back in your mag, you don't have to reload, and it's very clutch sometimes. Sometimes it drags out just enough to where it's life and death in that scenario. And with the Chicago Typewriter, the longer you have the trigger held down, the more accurate it gets, which is just easily a bonus when trying to go for weak spots. Um, but that's the two that I use. I mean, obviously you can use this with whatever. I've literally paired Bandit with everything that I possibly could. I've used beam rifle, assault rifle, particle accelerator. Um, I've used shotguns, like the regular shotgun. I've used the spore bloom. I've literally paired this set with everything, and the set's awesome. Honestly, like don't get me wrong, there's so many other sets out there that are really good based off playstyle, but I don't know. There's something with the band that I leave it and then I come back. I leave it and I come back. Um. Anyway, the jewelry. The only thing I'd say on here that I would keep mandatory probably the gunslinger's charm, just because of the reload and the fire rate. I mean, why not add more fire rate? The faster you get your bullets out, the more chance and, higher damage and chance you have to throw bullets back in. But the ring, I have it set to the ring that gives us plus 10% overall. Honestly, I change that out most of the time. It's never static. I never keep it there. I change it out based on whatever I'm doing. Sometimes I'll use the heartbreak, or sometimes I'll use the braided. It's really just kind of how you're playing at the moment. As you can also see, I'm running the EXP ring, so I'm not even at all fully decked out and fully min-maxed on this build at all. I actually could put in probably more damage on this if I really wanted to, but I mean, who doesn't want EXP, right? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut up. If you look off to the side, you'll see my stats. You'll see what my Chicago Typewriter is doing at 19. It's doing 29. I haven't fully maxed it out yet because I just need the simulacrum for it. Um, my my Curse of the Jungle God, I believe, yeah, it's maxed out. Crit hit damage, 100%. That's with the trait. 20% crit hit chance, that's with the trait also. 35% range damage is from the trait you get from beating the final boss, along with having that ring equipped. That gives you the 25 plus the extra 10. And the 12.5 melee damage, whatever, that doesn't even matter because I don't even fucking melee. But yeah, anyway, I'll go ahead and shut up. If you guys liked the video after this, go ahead and let me know in the comments section. I mean, that's it. There's nothing left for me to go ahead and explain here. I'll go ahead and cut to the video. If you guys want, I do stream over on Twitch as well. You guys can go check me out over there. It gets boring alone streaming to absolutely nobody on a platform that people like me just starting out streaming just don't get love on. But anyway, had to go ahead and give myself at least some kind of a little bit of a shout out. Anyway, go ahead and enjoy the video, everyone. I'm out. Peace.
Have you the heart? For your sake, I would. How terrible. Arrogant child. Attend to me, Veer. There is an
That was rough.